Hey guys! I'm going to be delving back about 16 years to a game that was a huge childhood favourite of mine and still is one of my favourite games. So, as you've probably already seen from the title, the game is Morrowind, and I'm going to be starting a completely new character and just kind of playing through, and we'll see where it takes us. I have a few character ideas, but I'll get into that in a minute. New. Each event is preceded by prophecy, but without the hero, there is no event. In the waning years of the Third Era of Tamriel, a prisoner born on a certain day to uncertain parents was sent under guard without explanation to Morrowind, ignorant of the role he was to play in that nation's history.
They have taken you from the Imperial City's prison. First by carriage and now by boat. To the east, to Morrowind. Fear not, for I am watchful. You have been chosen.
Maybe 4, but 1 remains. Thanks, Azura.
Wake up. We're here. Why are you shaking? Are you okay? Wake up. Stand up. There you go. You were dreaming. What's your name?
So at the moment, my character doesn't remember anything from before he was in jail. There are little snippets of a normal life that creep in like fragments of a dream. Just running through markets as a child and biting into some kind of crunchy, sweet fruit. And then later, out in the forest traveling from city to city. But he really doesn't remember much. He doesn't know why he was there, nor does he even really think he ever knew. But the memory of prison has just kind of enveloped everything since that point, and now that is the only thing he can really remember with clarity. He has no idea how long he spent there. It was probably years. Years upon years even. But now he has to reach back into the little dredges of his memory. What was he called? His little faint memory, Haraka, springs to his tongue. Fun fact, this is kind of what I named my favourite character growing up. Still feels like the character I should play.
Wake you. I heard them say we'd reached Morrowind. I'm sure they'll let us go.
I'm sure they will.
Quiet. Here comes the guard.
This is where you get off. Come with me.
Okay. So this bit he's about to say in front of the stairs, I always misheard it growing up. My brother and I both. Not quite these stairs. Next stairs.
Get yourself up on deck and let's keep this as civil as possible.
I don't know how, but I always manage to mishear that as, now get yourself a dagger, let's keep this as civil as possible.
Now, prisoner.
Which made no sense, and my brother and I would kind of discuss it and be like, why does he say this? It makes no sense. But now I can kind of hear it how it's supposed to be heard, and I have no idea how I heard it the other way before.
This is where they want you. Head down to the dock and I'll show you to the census office.
Thanks, Birdie.
You finally arrived, but our records don't show from where.
Oh no. Do I want to be a dark elf? Or a high elf? I forgot quite what they looked like. An Imperial just like you, buddy. Or Khajiit. I can find Forenzia. That was a really bad accent. I should never do that again. And probably not the Branzia references either. Let's not be that. I'm going to be an Argonian. Because that's just what feels right with Morrowind. I grew up playing an Argonian, and I kind of feel like Haraka's story hasn't quite finished, even though I have got another save. My main save is Haraka, a different version of Haraka, but that's fine. I feel like Haraka's story still needs to be told.
Great. I'm sure you'll fit right in.
I will.
Follow me up to the office and they'll finish your release.
Not like I'm obviously from Black Marsh or anything. buddy.
Yes, we've been expecting you. You'll have to be recorded before you're officially released. There are a few ways we can do this, and the choice is yours.
So, my brother and I used to quote this at each other, because we were homeschooled, and we just quote this at each other randomly, and it really annoyed my mum because she wouldn't get the reference, but we'd both kind of played, testing out different characters and starting the game enough times that we knew this bit off by heart, and we kind of do the intonation and everything, and it was really fun. We still do it every now and again. Yes, fill out the form. I am an adventurer. So, Haraka really doesn't remember much from before prison, including the skills that he learned, so he really doesn't remember learning the skills. However, every now and again, long-forgotten skills would creep out like the long-forgotten memories they were, and something in the way of holding his hands or speaking in a specific way would find itself in him. And figments of dark, dreamlike reality would sort of flicker in his recollection for a moment. He didn't know how he got those skills, he remembered nothing much about getting them, but every now and again his hands would just know what to do.
Very good. The letter that preceded you mentioned you were born under a certain sign. And what would that be?
I was born under the lady. Yes.
Interesting. Now, before I stamp these papers, make sure this information is correct.
Yep, that's correct. Great.
Show your papers to the captain when you exit to get your release fee.
Sure. Yes. Okay, that looks good.
Continue through to the next building and talk to Solasgradius.
Thanks. Alright. Pick up the dagger? What if Haraka is a good, upstanding citizen and doesn't want the dagger? However, having read the note, perhaps it's a good idea to take the dagger. It looks like something is going to go down, and... Whoops, I didn't mean to take that. That was always there, it never left. Maybe it's a good idea to have the dagger. Yes. Hiya! Okay. I am a good, upstanding citizen. I don't need to take any of that. However, something about this barrel is intriguing. Ooh, strange to find that here. I'd better take it with me. Hello, Captain. Thank you for my release forms. And your background isn't important. Let me ask you about it anyway. Thanks for the welcome. He says he doesn't know why I'm here or why I was released from prison and shipped here, but my authorization comes directly from the Emperor. That's nice. Anyway, I'm a free man, so that's great, but free with a catch. I have duties. Yay, fun. Yes, where do I find Kais Cosades? In Balmora? Balmora, where's that? Okay, thanks. That is probably all I need from him. Now, we have to remember that Haraka is only recently free, so Haraka feels the need to go and stretch his legs and just kind of find some way to really appreciate all this empty space that he now has around him. And the beautiful sky, the sun on his skin. He hasn't felt that for years. He can barely remember the last time he saw the sun. So he's just going to stand here and blink for a bit and really just appreciate what he has.
From where do you hail?
I don't know. I really have no idea. Yes, I am the one the boat dropped off. And yes, the Imperials are alright, I guess. They kept me in prison for a few years, but They haven't treated me badly. I haven't seen any ring for sure. Oh, actually, I have seen a ring, yeah. Sure. There you go. You can have your ring back. Haraka notices a couple of toadstools on the tree, and something about collecting alchemical ingredients just feels right to him. It feels comforting. And he's got this faint, almost dreamlike recollection of perhaps stirring something in a mortar and pestle, but he can't be sure. He doesn't know if he dreamed that while in prison, because he had some very vivid, crazy dreams in prison, or whether that actually happens. Either way, the feel in his hands feels just right. And now, because he's only really recently been released, and he's not sure if he trusts these Imperial people yet, even though the order came from the Emperor, so they must think he's kind of important, but he's not too sure how he feels about being dropped off on some other continent, or being kept in prison for most of his life. So, well, not quite most of his life, but a number of years. He's really not too sure if it was most of his life or not. So he's going to head off and just feel the moss on his toes, head across, see what's out here, maybe collect some ingredients, just really find himself again after so long. The audio sounds a little bit wobbly in places, so hopefully that's only something that's coming through on my end and not your end. Oh dear. Alright, so after doing a little bit of harvesting and wading around in the swamp that really makes him feel at home, he's going to head up, see what he can see over in this direction. Maybe there's going to be a good view or something, and that's a very big crab that seems to be attacking him. Now, he's not really a daggery sort of guy. The only reason he took the dagger in the first place was to stop whatever fight was going to happen if he left it there. Now, he's not used to fighting. He didn't live a life previously, not that he can remember, where he did particularly many fights. Now, this creature is far more fearsome than anything he's ever experienced before in his life, as you can see. So, fearing for his life a little, he draws out the dagger and starts to stab it in the shell. There we go. So he's learned his lesson. He knows now that these big crab creatures are dangerous. He knows. He has a vague recollection from before prison of needing to travel with some kind of cart with a bodyguard between towns, but he really can't remember much. He has no idea where he's going, but he reckons that if the mud crabs are about the worst of the dangers, then he'll be able to handle it. You can see a big, strange bird thing flying out there. He's not too sure about that, so he decides to tread carefully. Perhaps even sneak. He's not too sure where he's going. He's just kind of following the land around, breathing in the sweet mossy scents. Picking mushrooms, smelling their delicious musky scent. Probably should have mentioned at the beginning of the video, if you're watching this expecting a kind of straightforward walkthrough, then you've probably come to the wrong place. However, if you kind of want a video that focuses on characterization and really just sort of role-playing the character and just a bit of fun, then this is probably the right place. Aha, to see me. So he's a bit scratched up from the other one, but he doesn't feel in danger of his life. There we go, I have to press FN to quick save. He's stuck in a rock. Okay, so he decides to rest in this strange place. He doesn't really know how it's going to go, but when he wakes up, it's a beautiful evening. So he has a vague recollection of swimming and the lovely feeling of the water against his skin, so he decides to go for it. And it feels great. He'd missed the beautiful sensation of the water just flowing against his skin as he swam through the ocean. He didn't know that he'd missed it until he tried it. Here they come. Okay, safety. Relative. He's not sure if he can make it, but perhaps he can swim from where he is directly towards that mud crab on the other shore and get to the relative safety of what looks to be a watchtower. Back in town, of course. Because he's decided, with the dangers of the outside world, perhaps the town isn't such a bad place to be. Hey, you made it. Never mind the mud crab, that doesn't matter. He's going to make a mad dash for safety. And the town, and the suddenly very friendly looking town guard. Oh, I still have the battle music going. He still feels very uneasy, but he's not too sure why.
You feeling all right? You want something, friend?
Oh man, everyone telling me I need to heal it. Yes, I guess I kind of do. And it's starting to rain as well. And there's lightning.
Yes.
So I'm gonna go to the lighthouse. See who's in here. Looks like it might have a warm fire at the top. Hello. Tell me about yourself. Yes. Alright, so she seems nice enough. She can tell I'm an outlander, but she's not rude. So, tell me a little secret. Okay, maybe I don't know about the Daedric ruins. They have Daedric cults worship the bad Daedra, and we can learn more about that at the temple. People used to worship the bad Daedra. But lately, since the Empire came in, some people have taken up worshipping the bad Daedra at the old sites. I warn you, these are dangerous places. Thanks for that. I'll be sure to stay away from those. I should also probably read. Oh, nice. So, one thing Haraka's just discovered is that he actually really likes reading. They didn't really have many books in prison, but he thinks he might have done quite a bit of reading before he ended up in there. This is truly a work of art. Rainy out here, but then it does feel really nice to be out in the wind and the open and the rain. It's nice just to feel the moisture on his skin. Stand by the fire and listen to the thunder and watch the lightning. Alright, well let's find a nice place to rest up until the end of the night. As thrilling as it is to be out of prison and experience the first little 24 hours, Haraka is feeling quite tired. So he goes back to another place where he knows relatively hospitable people are. He hasn't been down here, so we'll take a look. And look at that, a bedroll. That's what I was doing. Alright. Now that he's rested and it wasn't just a dream, Haraka decides to go out and kind of get a bit more of a grip on what it's like out in the wilderness. It's still thundering, it's still quite dark, but that's not what matters here.
Keep moving.
I am. Anytime. Still a quick training montage where you can get a bit better, get those skills that he really wants. I think at this point Haraka's taking out all the anger and rage of being kept in prison for so long on this mud crab. I mean, why else would Haraka be out in the wilderness in the middle of the night when it's raining and thundering fighting a mud crab? Here we go. What's going on here? Actually, keep that dagger out. If someone's attacking. So he doesn't trust any of the creatures around here now, but this one seems to be remarkably friendly. However, that's not what he's worried about. What he's worried about is this body he can see lying up here. It's very ominous with the thunder in the background. Let's take a look. He's got money on him, he's got the tax record. Now I suppose I'd better take the money and give it to good hands. I have this strange prickling sensation on the back of my neck as if something's attacking me. Nope, never mind. So, the mood is a little bit ruined and he decides he might go and see if he can find out somebody's opinion on the matter. Because there's something not right here. People don't just turn up dead. Seemed like such a nice town too, with something strange to be going on. Let's go and talk to the people I know I can trust, kind of.
Yes?
Might you be able to help me? Probably not. I wonder if this friendly guy can help me. Hey, I found a dead guy, and yeah, I found some money on him. Yes. It was odd that he was murdered but not robbed, I agree. Okay, you won't forget this. Yes, you want me to find his murderer? I can do that.
Ah, hello. Did you want something?
Yes, I just spoke to you about it, don't worry. Thinking about it, maybe I'll rest before I find a murderer. Wouldn't do to be half dead when I go to find a murderer. Alright, and now it's the morning. It's not at all like the lovely morning that I arrived to, but things can't always be perfect. Hey, do you happen to know about this guy dying? Well, okay, so apparently he flaunted his wealth and nobody could really stomach him except for the person over in the lighthouse. Okay, let's go and talk to her. We have a good lead. So at this moment, Haraka's really curious. She seems quite nice.
Outlander, what do you want?
This guy died. Yes, unfortunately it is so. I've only seen him get angry once or twice. Alright. I'll go and talk to the guy he was arguing with, was angry with, and yes, I'll see if I can find his ring for you. So you probably noticed I'm not really reading out the full text that they're saying, because that's quite a lot of words, I guess. So I figured that if you want to read it, I'll just kind of say the general gist, and if you want to read it, then you can just pause the video and give it a read or something like that. Hello, did you murder the dude? That fetcher? You're damn right I did him in, or it was a good thing too. Uh-huh. And you killed him and left him there to rot. Right. Nope, that's no excuse for murder. Bye. You gonna fight? Yeah. You know, actually. I don't think I'm gonna Whoa, okay, I'm not gonna. Oof. This was a bad idea. I'm just gonna step outside for a second. Have a bit of a breather. and then get straight back into it. Okay. Hey buddy. Oh. Yeah, I guess. Hey, let's even up the health a little. I'm so bad for the dagger. I don't know why they're trusting me to kill this guy. Like, I've just stepped off a ship. I've been in prison for years. I'm not that strong. Like, oh, I guess I'm kind of strong. But I'm not hugely strong. I wonder what it looks like to everyone. I pop inside for a second, and I pop out looking absolutely exhausted, and I've got my dagger out. Nobody's worried. This is fine. Nothing, I mean, nobody's really seen, have they? Nothing's going on here, nothing to be concerned about. It's alright, just go and talk to the guy in the offices, whatever they are. He'll tell you that everything's alright.
What's this?
Nothing? Nothing going on here. No. Definitely not. I'm just going in here. Nothing suspicious, no suspicious noises or whatsoever. I mean, he attacked me first, so... Ouch. Nothing. It's fine. I know I've got a bloody nose, but nothing's going on. It's alright. Nothing I can't handle. Yep, totally not. Nothing I can't. Yep. Oh, my dagger just died. Never mind. This is about one of the hardest things that Haraka's ever done, but he's determined to see it through. He's not going to let the new people of the town down, or it's less that, but more he wants to prove to himself that he's worth something. He may have been in prison for years. He might not remember much of his past life, but he is worth something. He can do something, and he can bring some justice when it's due. Haraka feels like he's learned so much throughout this fight. It's lasted for a few days, in fact, but he didn't want to give up, and after running out of his dagger, he didn't want to give Thorin the chance to escape, and so he kept going. And it was over. Let's get rid of this guy. This is my house now. Okay, I think that will be just about it. Haraka has learned the most he has ever learned in his entire life, and he's beginning to feel more like he has a place in the world. He figures that he can just stay in this house, and perhaps the guys up in town are not too bad. He might actually go up and just let them know that he's found out who the murderer is. He's dealt with the murderer. It took a wee while, but he did it, and he's all bruised and he's battered, but he was dedicated, and he finally, after many, many days, beat the guy down. So he's just going to go and let this friendly old guy know. Yes, I found him, and thank you very much. He's been very generously rewarded. But before he can sleep, he knows he needs to let the guy's lover in the lighthouse know, because she deserves to know that her lover's death was avenged. So Haraka will do that one last thing, and then he might go and have a really, really big sleep, well deserved, and just see if he can rest off all those aching muscles.
What is this about?
There you go. I know, it's hard, but at least you got something to remember him by. But sleep, sleep, sleep is something I need. Let's head to there.
Yes?
Into my new house. Yes! Alright, well, I hope you guys liked that episode of Morrowind, and I understand it's a really, really old game, so it's a real throwback for a few of you, I guess. And I don't know, I just really love the graphics and everything about it, which a huge part of it is probably nostalgia from my childhood, because I started playing this when I was about either 9 or 11, I can't quite remember. It'd been out for a few years when I started playing it. I remember the first time my dad went to play, and he went out of the town and straight into a cliff race and got absolutely murdered, and he was just like, what was that? And that's probably one of my most vivid memories of the game early on. But I really, really enjoyed playing this game. I hope you guys enjoyed the little playthrough that I did, and I'll definitely be doing some more in the future. You guys will take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye!